What if the Earth has a secret heartbeat and it's directly connected to your brain, your health, and abilities you never knew you possessed? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that will fundamentally change how you view your place on this planet. What if there's a secret, sort of invisible force, a planetary heartbeat, pulsing right beneath your feet, silently shaping your consciousness, your health, and maybe even unlocking abilities you thought only existed in fiction? We're talking about a kind of cosmic dance between Earth and your brain, a connection so profound, it's practically mind-altering. Imagine the Earth from space, bathed in this ethereal glow of constant lightning, then zoom in past the atmosphere, right into the intricate pulsing of a human brain. That's the epic scope of our deep dives today into Earth's secret frequency, unlocking human potential.
Indeed. And we're not just, observing from afar. We're really immersing ourselves in a realm where the very physics of our planet seems to intertwine with the deepest aspects of human experience. This isn't just background noise we're talking about. It's a vital, resonant frequency, an active force from our planet that isn't just around us, but seems intricately woven within us. And the implications, as you'll soon discover, they extend far beyond anything you might have previously considered. Really staggering stuff.
So let's truly unpack this foundational concept first. Every single second, our incredible planet is showered by thousands of lightning bolts. Just think about that number for a second.
That's constant.
Right. It's like Earth is constantly throwing this colossal electric drum party, generating this continuous low-frequency hum that just envelops the entire globe. But what if this isn't just random atmospheric static, What if it's something far more organized and, frankly, profoundly important?
Well, what's truly fascinating here, and really essential to grasp, is that these ubiquitous lightning strikes aren't just isolated, chaotic events. They actually act as natural exciters for a global phenomenon known as Schumann resonance. To visualize this, maybe picture our entire planet, Earth itself, along with its ionosphere, that electrified upper layer of our atmosphere, roughly, 50 to 100 kilometers up?
Yeah, up there.
Picture that whole system as one gigantic, perfectly spherical cavity resonator.
Okay.
It's essentially like Earth itself is this massive natural musical instrument just silently vibrating away.
A planetary instrument. Absolutely love that analogy. That really clicks. So these lightning strikes, they're like the initial drum beats, right? They send out these incredibly slow, extremely low frequency, or ELF, electromagnetic waves.
Exactly.
But these aren't just fleeting signals that just dissipate into nothingness.
No, not at all. They actually begin to propagate and bounce around inside this immense planetary cavity. They reflect off the Earth's surface and then off the conductive ionosphere above, back and forth.
Back and forth, okay.
Precisely. And here's where the magic, or maybe better put, the physics, truly happens. As these ELF waves travel around the globe, they eventually encounter themselves coming the other way. Now, when they meet back in phase, meaning their crests and troughs align perfectly, they don't just pass by, they actually reinforce each other. Constructive interference.
Oh, they add up.
They add up. And this creates what scientists call standing waves. Think about plucking a guitar string, right? The sound wave travels, reflects, and if the length and tension are right, it creates a stable, continuous vibration at a specific frequency. That's essentially the Schumann resonance. This theoretical framework, it was first described with really remarkable foresight by W.O. Schumann back in the 1950s.
Right, hence the name.
Exactly. With later systematic detailing and experimental confirmation finally happening in 1960. And, pioneering works by researchers like Bleoch, Nikola and Filipov further fleshed out how these persistent standing waves are excited by lightning, painting this comprehensive picture of Earth's natural electrical symphony.
A truly continuous vibration. And the most famous note in Earth's planetary symphony, the fundamental frequency, it's around 7.83 Hertz.
That's the one.
It's this incredibly consistent pulse that has, for centuries, maybe millennia, been the backdrop to all life here. But like any good orchestra, it's not just one note, right? There are higher harmonics too.
Correct. These are like the higher notes and overtones, resonating at predictable intervals around 14 hertz, 20 hertz, 26, 32 hertz, and even higher. Each one is basically a multiple of that fundamental frequency.
So it's a full spectrum of Earth's pulse, a complex chorus rather than just a single hum.
A very rich chorus, yes. And it's not just terrestrial lightning contributing to this either.
Oh, what else?
Well, beyond the lightning generated within Earth's own atmosphere, cosmic sources of radiation, think solar flares, other energetic phenomena from space, they also contribute to the excitation of this Earth ionosphere cavity.
Wow, so space space weather plays a role too.
It does. This makes it a truly global, even cosmic phenomenon. It's influenced by both internal planetary processes and external forces from the broader universe, constantly shaping and reshaping this resonant environment. It's really testament to how interconnected our planet is with the cosmos.
And what's wild is that in the grand scheme of scientific discovery, this is a relatively recent understanding. It feels ancient, but the science is quite new. Though here's a fun fact, and this one's truly mind-bending. Some historical sources suggest that Nikola Tesla, the eccentric genius,
Oh, yes.
he actually stumbled upon similar ideas way back in 1899, decades before the ionosphere was even properly characterized by science.
Really? That early?
Yeah. He was apparently experimenting with extremely low frequency waves and even patented some findings related to global energy transmission in 1905. Now, his initial calculations for these resonant frequencies were, understandably, a bit off without a full understanding of the ionosphere's properties.
Sure, that makes sense.
But the sheer intuition was absolutely there. But yeah, it was Schumann in the 1950s, building on this nascent understanding, with its subsequent confirmation in 1960, who truly brought it into sharper scientific focus with a more systematic and experimentally validated explanation. But here's where it gets really interesting. The kind of insight that just makes you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. What if this ancient planetary rhythm, this Earth symphony, isn't just out there humming away in the atmosphere, but is already playing a profound, silent symphony inside you?
This is precisely where the narrative shifts, doesn't it? It moves from this grand geological and atmospheric phenomenon to something intimately biological and deeply personal. The connections here are not just intriguing, they seem to reach into the very core of our being, suggesting this intrinsic link between our internal world and the external pulse of our home planet.
Okay, prepare for maybe a literal shiver down your spine, because this is where the dots start to connect in the most profound way imaginable. That 7.83 Hertz frequency we've been talking about, Earth's primary heartbeat, it's not just some arbitrary number flitting around out there in the atmosphere. It almost perfectly matches the alpha rhythm of the human brain. Expert, for those of us who aren't exactly brainwave wizards, what is an alpha rhythm and why is this match so incredibly significant?
Right, so the alpha rhythm, it typically ranges from about 8 to 13 hertz. It's essentially your brain's relaxed awareness state. Think about those moments when you're perfectly calm, maybe meditating or just resting with your eyes closed. You're not quite asleep, but you're definitely not intensely focused on some complex task either.
Okay, kind of like daydreaming mode.
Exactly, we're just idly observing. This state, the alpha state, it's associated with mental calmness, integration, even creative insight sometimes. It serves as a kind of bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind. It's really a state of quiet, receptive wakefulness.
So the Earth's most fundamental, most prominent heartbeat, this global hum, it perfectly aligns with our brain's most chill-out, creative, and receptive state. Is that just a wild cosmic coincidence, some kind of incredibly lucky lottery win that we just happen to evolve here on this particular planet?
Well, many scientific perspectives, and indeed many esoteric ones too, strongly suggest it's far from a coincidence. I mean, when you consider that our entire biological existence, our bodies, our brains, our consciousness, evolved and formed over millennia on this specific planet.
All right, under its influence.
It becomes profoundly logical, almost intuitive, to believe that its fundamental frequencies would resonate deeply within us. This resonance wouldn't just be incidental, it would likely establish a primary foundational connection between all living beings and the Earth itself. It's almost as if Earth has always been broadcasting the perfect natural frequency for us to feel grounded, for our brains to settle into that state of relaxed awareness, facilitating a kind of fundamental harmony. This inherent deep alignment implies a deeply integrated, co-evolved system, rather than just, mere chance.
And it's not just a comforting feel-good match, is it? There's a growing body of belief, and it's supported by some really intriguing studies that consciously or even unconsciously tuning into this natural Earth rhythm can be incredibly beneficial. It's hypothesized to act as this powerful, energetic link to what some might call Mother Earth, a connection that could actually facilitate self-healing and help us receive vital energy. Imagine, just for a moment, being able to tap directly into Earth's own power grid, drawing sustenance and healing right from its pulse.
Indeed. And the potential benefits seem to extend beyond just a general sense of well-being. Laboratory studies, for example, have even indicated that sustained exposure to the Schumann resonance frequencies might help shield living cells from detrimental environmental electromagnetic fields, EMFs.
Ah, the artificial stuff.
Exactly. The cacophony of artificial frequencies we're increasingly swimming in these days. By apparently strengthening cellular integrity, it seems to boost their natural immune defenses. There's this compelling hypothesis that by generating a steady 7.83 hertz pulse, or simply aligning with a natural one, we could potentially counteract these irritating artificial fields, essentially creating a healthier, more harmonized electromagnetic environment for ourselves, like a sort of energetic sanctuary in a very noisy world.
That's absolutely monumental, especially when you think about the sheer volume of artificial frequencies we're bathed in. Daily Wi-Fi, cell signals, power lines, I mean, you name it. And check this out, it's not just cells and brains, even water. That fundamental substance of life seems to be deeply affected by this resonance.
Water, really?
Yeah. Research has remarkably shown that the strongest impact on water's electrical conductivity happens right around 7.5 hertz, incredibly close to that core Schumann frequency. And given that our bodies are, on average, 60% water, some tissues like our brains even higher, the implications of this for our internal biological processes and overall health are truly profound. It suggests a fundamental influence right down at the molecular level.
That water connection is fascinating, and this profound link hasn't gone unnoticed by some of the most advanced scientific organizations, notably NASA.
NASA's involved. How?
Well, they've actually developed a sophisticated device that emits a precise 7.8 hertz oscillation. This isn't just a curiosity, it's actually a critical tool used for astronauts in space who, quite literally, are far removed from Earth's natural resonance. See, without that vital connection, away from the planet's fundamental pulse, astronauts can experience a whole range of debilitating symptoms. Things like headaches, dizziness, disorientation, scattered attention, even sleep disturbances, a cluster of symptoms sometimes called space sickness.
Ah, so it's like they're ungrounded, literally.
In a very real electromagnetic sense, yes. The device helps to reharmonize their brains and physiology, which really underscores the vital, maybe even essential role this natural frequency plays in maintaining optimal human physiological and cognitive function. It strongly suggests a fundamental biological need for this planetary pulse, demonstrating just how deeply integrated we are with Earth's electromagnetic field.
But wait, there's more than just feeling good or, staving off the disorienting effects of space travel. What if this fundamental frequency holds the key to abilities straight out of a sci-fi movie? Abilities we've only ever dreamed of possessing may be encoded within us, just waiting for the right resonant frequency to unlock them.
Ooh!
Feeling a little more grounded already. Or maybe your brain is buzzing, feeling a fresh, almost tangible connection to our incredible planet. We're honestly just scratching the surface on this journey, and I promise you, it's really going to get more mind-blowing from here.
The depth of this interaction between Earth and life is undeniably profound, and these insights into our fundamental connection are truly just the beginning of understanding our species' true, untapped potential.
If you're finding these deep dives as utterly mind-bending and awe-inspiring as we are, and you're as driven as we are to keep unlocking Earth's deepest secrets, then now is the absolute perfect moment to take action. Go ahead, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for a steady stream of these incredible revelations. And yes, for those who want to support us in a deeper way, join our memberships.
That support really helps.
It really does. Your support is what fuels these extensive explorations, allowing us to keep bringing these incredible, often untold stories to light, helping us all explore the hidden mechanics of our universe, and indeed ourselves. Don't miss out on the next big reveal that could literally reshape your understanding of reality. Okay, let's really venture into some truly extraordinary territory now, leaning into theories that definitely challenge our conventional understanding of human capabilities. Some fascinating theories propose that when a person's brain frequency achieves an absolute sustained match with the Schumann resonance, that perfect 7.83 hertz alignment, they could potentially tap into abilities that sound like they belong in a comic book or maybe a fantasy novel. We're talking about phenomena like telekinesis.
Moving objects with the mind.
Right. And clairvoyance, the capacity to perceive things way beyond the normal sensory range.
Now, our sources in exploring these more, shall we say, esoteric claims, they do emphasize that while the Schumann frequency might be a crucial aid, perhaps a necessary resonant environment, the true key, according to these theories, lies fundamentally in achieving the correct state of mind.
It's not just the frequency.
It's not just about hitting the right energetic note. It's about the entire symphony within the internal psychological and, for some, spiritual conditions that allow for such a precise alignment and, crucially, the manifestation of these extraordinary capabilities. The frequency is seen more as a powerful facilitator, maybe creating an optimal energetic window, but not the sole trigger itself. It suggests a kind of confluence of internal and external conditions must be met.
Okay. And if the idea of telekinesis wasn't enough to get your brain humming, this frequency is also theorized to act as a profound boundary, like a critical transition point between the individual psyche and what the renowned psychiatrist Carl Jung termed the collective unconscious.
Jung's collective unconscious, yeah.
His revolutionary idea of this shared, inherited reservoir of human experience, archetypes, primal patterns that just transcend individual personal history. It's like a cosmic gateway almost to a vast world of ideas, symbols, and knowledge that lies beyond our own conscious personal experience. A passage, if you will, from the tangible world of things into the ethereal world of pure ideas. A true journey to the other world of shared human consciousness.
And this concept, linking the Schumann resonance to the collective unconscious, it raises an incredibly important and, thought-provoking question for all of us, doesn't it? If this fundamental planetary frequency is indeed a gateway to such a vast shared repository of human experience and insight, what profound revelations or deep connections might become accessible to us if we consciously learn to align ourselves with it?
Right.
The implications for understanding consciousness itself, our interconnectedness as a species, and indeed the very nature of reality could be truly immense and transformative. It suggests a deeper, perhaps more profound layer of reality that is potentially available for conscious exploration and interaction.
Now, here's a really groundbreaking piece of research, a truly tangible connection that seems to connect these dots between Earth's pulse and maybe extraordinary human abilities. Doctors, using sensitive magnetic detectors, actually measured an 8 Hertz magnetic pulse emanating directly from the hands of human healers.
From their hands?
Yes. I mean, whoa. Talk about having healing hands. This appears to be an actual measurable phenomenon around 8 Hertz right there with the Schumann resonance.
And it gets even more remarkable moving beyond just individual observations.
Right.
Further comprehensive studies conducted across various healing modalities and traditions found this consistent and frankly astonishing pattern. All healers, irrespective of their cultural background, their specific techniques, or their spiritual traditions, displayed a nearly identical brainwave pattern of 78 Hertz during their healing sessions.
All of them. Wow.
All of them studied. And this pattern wasn't just similar in frequency, it was precisely synchronized in both frequency and phase with the Earth's natural Schumann waves. This points to some kind of universal underlying mechanism at play, something that transcends individual beliefs or specific practices.
Synchronized. So they're not merely vibrating around the same frequency, they're literally in perfect lockstep, beating in unison with Earth's pulse.
That's what the data suggests.
This incredible finding suggests that these healers might literally be acting as conduits, drawing vital energy directly from the Earth's omnipresent magnetic field and channeling it somehow to aid in healing. This amazing energetic transfer has been termed field conjugation, where the human body in a specific state becomes attuned and coupled with the planetary field. How cool is that?
It's incredibly cool. It implies a direct, active link where the human body isn't just a passive receiver, but maybe an active conductor, like a living antenna for planetary energy. It transforms what was once seen as purely esoteric into something potentially explicable by, fundamental physics. This phenomenon, meticulously observed across such diverse healing practices and traditions, truly suggests a common underlying principle, doesn't it? A direct energetic interplay with Earth's fundamental resonance. It offers a tantalizing and potentially scientific basis for what has, for millennia, often been considered mystical or purely spiritual. It's almost like the scientific validation of ancient wisdom, hinting at this profound, measurable connection between our internal healing capacities and the external environment we live in.
What if this ancient, stable, deeply comforting Earth pulse, this planetary metronome that has guided life for eons, isn't so stable anymore? What if it's changing, subtly but powerfully, and perhaps taking us, all of humanity, along for the ride? Mm-hmm. Is Earth literally speeding up its heartbeat? And if so, how is that impacting you right now in your daily life?
This brings us to a crucial, and for many, quite an unsettling modern development in our understanding of Schumann resonance dynamics. It really challenges our perception of Earth's constancy.
For countless centuries, through all of recorded history and presumably long before the Earth's heartbeat, that remarkably consistent, comforting 7.83 Hertz frequency was astonishingly stable. It was like a perfectly calibrated metronome, just ticking along.
Rock solid.
Right, a reliable and unchanging energetic backdrop to the evolution and existence of all life on Earth. Its constancy was, in a way, fundamental to our very being. But then, quietly at first, something significant seems to have shifted.
Indeed. A startling and widely discussed observation has emerged from various research facilities since the late 20th century, particularly from long-term monitoring stations like the Tomsk Schumann Resonance Observatory in Russia. The observation is this. The Schumann resonance frequency appears to be subtly but steadily increasing.
Increasing.
Yes. Some data from these monitoring efforts suggests it has, at times, even reached up to 16 hertz, or sometimes even higher during peak periods.
16 hertz. Whoa.
This is a truly significant and, frankly, unprecedented change from its long-held baseline of 7.83 hertz. It represents almost a doubling of the fundamental frequency in a relatively short geological time frame.
16 hertz. Okay, let's try and put that into perspective for a moment. If our experience of a 24-hour day used to perfectly align with a 7.83 hertz frequency, now, with a fundamental frequency potentially hovering around 16 hertz, it might literally feel like only 16 hours have passed in a conventional 24-hour day.
A perceived time compression.
Exactly, a perception of time compression. And it profoundly explains, perhaps, why so many of us feel constantly rushed, perpetually disoriented, and like there's simply not enough time to get everything done in our daily lives. That constant chasing of the clock, the feeling of being overwhelmed. Maybe it's an internal response to Earth's accelerated pulse.
And this increase likely has profound physiological implications, too. A shift, particularly to frequencies in the 14-15 hertz range, directly aligns with the beta rhythm of the human brain.
Beta. That's the busy brainwave, right?
That's the busy one, yes. Beta rhythms are associated with conscious, active thought, problem-solving, states of high alertness, or even stress. So this planetary shift could therefore be subtly, or maybe not so subtly, causing widespread symptoms. Things like increased anxiety, maybe widespread dizziness, poor sleep, and forcing our brains to operate at constantly elevated frequencies. This sustained state of heightened awareness, while useful for specific tasks, is quite taxing on our nervous systems and probably isn't conducive to long-term well-being. It's like our default setting is being pushed into overdrive.
So it's almost as if Earth is gently nudging us, or maybe, more accurately, energetically shoving us into higher and faster states of awareness. Could this planetary acceleration, this energetic upshift, also be pushing humanity itself towards new evolutionary states of consciousness?
That's the big question, isn't it?
What if it's not just nudging our brains into the busy beta rhythm, but further still towards the higher gamma rhythm? That's typically above 30 hertz, right? Which is powerfully linked to moments of profound inspiration, peak performance, bursts of creative genius.
Gamma states.
Or even further, towards that incredibly elusive 50 hertz frequency that Zen Buddhists for centuries have associated with states of deep enlightenment and ultimate clarity. It's a truly tantalizing thought that our very planet could be a direct catalyst for our collective evolution, like an invisible hand guiding us to new levels of cognitive and spiritual potential.
It really does raise a critical question for both scientific inquiry and, frankly, personal reflection. Are we merely passive recipients of this profound planetary shift, just along for the ride? Or can we consciously adapt, learn, and evolve alongside our planet, perhaps even actively harmonizing with these new frequencies? It's worth noting, too, that while the overall trend of increasing baseline frequency is reported, Schumann resonance measurements, like those from the Tomsk lab, they also show significant daily and seasonal variation.
Oh, so it fluctuates.
It fluctuates quite a bit. For instance, the frequency often decreases during nighttime hours when the ionosphere rises. This demonstrates the incredibly dynamic nature of this phenomenon. However, it's the sustained shift in the fundamental baseline frequency that truly stands out and sparks such intense debate and speculation about its ultimate cause, whether it's increased solar activity, shifts in the Earth's magnetic field, or maybe other terrestrial factors still being investigated.
And just when you thought this was all contained close to home, snugly within Earth's atmosphere, NASA, the very agency that measures these things, drops a bombshell that absolutely changes everything we thought we knew about our planet's energetic reach.
This revelation truly upends a long-held scientific assumption about the very boundaries of Earth's electromagnetic influence. It forced a radical reevaluation of how our planet interacts with the wider cosmos.
For decades, practically since the initial discovery and study of Schumann resonances, scientists held this pretty solid, universally accepted belief. These planetary waves were like sound trapped in a giant spherical jar.
Contained.
Exactly. They were formerly believed to be confined to the space between the Earth's surface and its ionosphere, essentially remaining at altitudes below approximately 100 kilometers. The scientific model basically stipulated that these frequencies simply couldn't escape this atmospheric waveguide.
That was indeed the prevailing and largely unchallenged scientific model for over half a century. The Earth ionosphere cavity was understood to be a closed system, right? A stable, contained electromagnetic environment within which these natural resonances occurred, but beyond which they were thought to just dissipate or be reflected back. It provided a clear, defined boundary for Earth's influence in this specific energetic spectrum.
But then, in 2011, a NASA satellite, specifically the CNOFS, that's Communications Navigation Outage Forecasting System satellite.
CNOFS, right.
It made an observation, a discovery that absolutely shocked the scientific community right to its core. Expert, what revolutionary data did they uncover way up there?
Well, the CNOFS satellite, which was designed primarily to study ionospheric irregularities that affect things like radio communications, it detected clear signatures of Schumann resonances at astonishing altitudes. We're talking far, far into space, reaching up to 850 kilometers. 850 kilometers. This wasn't just some fluke anomaly. It was a consistent observation that completely shattered the existing understanding of these phenomena. It fundamentally challenged that long-held belief that these waves were confined to the lower atmosphere, pushing the boundaries of where Earth's energetic footprint extends by more than eightfold. It was truly unexpected and profoundly paradigm-shifting.
850 kilometers. That's not just a minor leak in the atmospheric jar. That sounds like a full-on energetic gush.
Right. That's one way to put it.
So Earth's heartbeat, its fundamental pulse, isn't just an internal phenomenon, a confined hum within its atmosphere. Its powerful energy is actively leaking, projecting, reverberating far into the vastness of space. That's utterly mind-blowing. It means our planet's core energetic signature is interacting with the cosmic environment in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend, potentially influencing and maybe being influenced by forces far beyond our atmosphere.
It truly is a revelation of immense scientific consequence. As one scientist involved in the discovery aptly noted, it opens up entirely new avenues to study our planet and its interaction with the cosmos from a dramatically different perspective. This discovery profoundly highlights the dynamic and far-reaching influence of Earth's fundamental frequencies. It suggests a far more interconnected and permeable relationship between Earth and space than we previously theorized. It forces us to fundamentally reconsider the very nature of planetary boundaries, the mechanisms of energy exchange with the heliosphere, and maybe even the subtle ways our planet is, perhaps, communicating with the universe.
Wow. Okay, from the vast echoing cosmos down to the tiniest devices designed to mimic its hum, the implications of Earth's secret frequency are just vast and ever-expanding. So with all this incredible mind-bending information about Earth's pulse, its connection to us, its potential to unlock abilities, and even its journey into space, a natural and kind of empowering question arises, doesn't it? If these frequencies are so powerful, so fundamental, can we harness them? Can we consciously create our own Earth pulses, maybe for healing, enhancement, or just greater well-being?
The answer, as many innovative inventors, researchers, and companies around the globe seem to believe, is a resounding yes. This profound question has definitely spurred a fascinating and diverse proliferation of devices explicitly designed to intentionally interact with and even generate these unique Earth frequencies.
Okay, so if the Earth is performing all this amazing, intricate frequency work, influencing everything from our brainwaves right down to our very cells, it's only logical that intelligent and curious minds would try to recreate it, right?
Makes sense.
And that's precisely what's happening. Enter the fascinating and sometimes confusing world of Schumann wave generators. These are specialized devices ranging from the deceptively simple to the incredibly complex, but all designed with one goal: to produce electromagnetic waves at those very specific, potentially beneficial Schumann frequencies, most commonly that fundamental 7.83 Hertz.
Right. The underlying concept here is quite elegant, really. It's to purposefully introduce these beneficial natural frequencies into our immediate environments, or maybe even directly interact with our personal biofields. This is done with the aim of achieving a whole range of potential therapeutic or enhancing effects based directly on the intricate theories we've been discussing regarding that profound human-Earth frequency link. The ultimate goal for many proponents is to cultivate a more harmonized space, perhaps counteract the negative effects of artificial EMFs, or even to directly influence human biology for improved well-being and maybe even expanded consciousness.
Now, within this burgeoning field, you generally see two main camps when it comes to the actual technology used. You have generators with a more, let's say, standard antenna design, which essentially just pump out the electromagnetic waves. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And then there are the more avant-garde, almost wild-sounding ones. They often incorporate things like bifilar coil antennas or other complex geometries, which claim to generate a special radiation or unique energetic fields that go beyond conventional EM waves. It's like comparing a regular bookshelf speaker to something straight out of a forgotten Nikola Tesla laboratory. The claims are often as intriguing as the designs themselves.
The engineering and theoretical designs indeed vary quite widely. It reflects different approaches to creating these fields and the diverse underlying theories about their effects. It's clear that this is a truly diverse and, burgeoning landscape of innovation. It ranges from concepts rooted in more scientifically validated bioelectromagnetic principles, all the way to applications that delve into more speculative or even esoteric beliefs. You see patents, like one by Jean-Catherine Gallic, describing wearable or plug-in devices specifically designed to amplify a user's grounding to the Schumann resonance, with the stated aim of dissipating accumulated stress and opening up vital pathways to energy healing. This widespread interest across all these various technological and philosophical spectrums powerfully demonstrates a global desire to leverage these fundamental Earth frequencies for diverse forms of self-improvement, protection, and enhancement.
Absolutely. So from simple fixed-frequency units to incredibly complex multi-mode systems, portable devices to stationary installations, incorporating all sorts of antenna designs and theoretical approaches, it is absolutely clear there is a huge global interest in intentionally bringing Earth frequencies into our daily lives. Whether the goal is general well-being, enhanced perception, protection from modern stressors, or even what some call spiritual and physical healing, the sheer range of claims, technologies, and innovative designs is nothing short of mind-boggling. From the vast echoing cosmos where Earth's secrets are now known to escape, down to these tiny human-made devices trying to replicate its ancient hum, the implications of Earth's secret frequency are just immense and deeply personal. So with all this incredible, mind-bending information we've just uncovered together, a natural and very personal question arises. What does this all mean for you right now in your everyday life and your journey forward? What an absolutely incredible journey we've taken together, right? I mean, we began with the majestic dance of lightning bolts, creating Earth's hidden heartbeat, that fundamental pervasive hum.
The baseline.
Then we plunged into its profound and intimate connection with our very own brainwaves, discovering how our alpha rhythms seem to resonate with the planet's pulse. From there, we explored its tantalizing potential to maybe unlock abilities we once thought confined to the realm of fiction, and then moved to the startling modern discovery that this ancient planetary pulse might actually be subtly speeding up,
The acceleration.
potentially pushing humanity into new states of consciousness. And just when we thought we had it contained, we learned Earth's energy is actively leaking, gushing even, into the vastness of space.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in, truly mind-expanding.
This deep dive truly highlights a paradigm-shifting understanding, doesn't it? The Earth is not just a static backdrop, not just a mere stage for our lives, but an active, living, and continuously communicating entity. It seems to be constantly interacting with us through these powerful yet often unheard and unseen frequencies, influencing everything from the very core of our cellular health and immune defenses to our deepest states of consciousness and even our perception of time itself. It strongly suggests a much deeper, energetic, and fundamental bond between humanity and our home planet than perhaps mainstream science has typically acknowledged.
So now, after this incredible exploration, what are your thoughts on this profound secret connection? Do you find yourself feeling more tired, maybe, more rushed, perhaps disoriented by the relentless pace of modern life? Or just perhaps, are you starting to feel a subtle shift, a new attunement as the Earth's frequency potentially accelerates and subtly pushes us into higher states of awareness? Are you now, consciously or maybe unconsciously, listening for that subtle, omnipresent hum beneath the surface of everyday life, recognizing its profound and undeniable impact on your entire being?
This truly raises an important and compelling question for personal reflection and maybe a deeper understanding of our collective future. If the Earth is indeed speeding up its pulse, potentially evolving its own consciousness or energetic state, what does that mean for your personal evolution? Are we as a species being gently or perhaps not so gently nudged, pulled, maybe even accelerated towards a new state of being, a higher level of human potential driven by the very planet beneath our feet and the subtle forces within the cosmos? It's really a call to become more aware, perhaps more connected.
What incredible, as yet unimagined capacities might be waiting for us to unlock if we truly learn to listen, not just with our ears, but with our entire being, with every cell. listening to the Earth's secret frequency. Imagine the possibilities. Keep digging, keep questioning, and definitely keep joining us as we unravel the universe's most mind-bending mysteries, one awe-inspiring deep dive at a time.